Due to the graphic nature of this episode and the nature of the killer's crimes, listener discretion is advised. Suicidal ideation, sexual assault, rape, and violence all will be mentioned in this episode. May not be suitable for children or those who are easily triggered. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa.
And I'm Samantha.
And welcome to Watch for Deer.
Did you all do your homework?
Did you?
Did you
do your homework?
What did I tell you to do? What did I tell you?
Uh-huh.
You were supposed to watch the Netflix documentary on Jussie Smollett.
So
let's discuss.
If you didn't, you need to pause this.
No, don't pause
Just
it. Go
kidding.
ahead. Don't pause it. Just go ahead.
Just go ahead. Just roll with it.
All right. So back in 2000, blah, 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 I don't know what it was. It was early 2000s. Jussie Smollett was a up-and-coming actor. He was a pretty big actor on Empire. Black man, and he was gay. And that actually comes into play with this.
Okay.
So pretty much, well, what the documentary is about he was attacked on the streets of Chicago in the middle at like 2:00 in the morning in the wintertime. He they put a noose around his neck. Like it was horrific. It was horrific.
Oh my God.
If it was an actual attack. So the documentary is from Jussie's point of view, and I don't like that name for some reason. Jussie, I want to say Jesse.
Yeah,
you know, it's
Jussie,
so it messes with me. I'm not crazy about it.
Jesse.
So it's from Jussie's point of view and the two people who supposedly attacked him. Point of view. Yeah. So you know what? If
So I
you
take
watched
it he lived.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was attacked. There is footage from the police cameras. Like, okay, if you were attacked and somebody tied you up or put a noose around your neck or whatever, and you had a Subway sandwich in your hand, because he did, like he had went and bought a Subway, he just got off the airplane.
Okay.
Would you go home with the sandwich being intact and the noose still hanging around your neck? Wouldn't you take that off? Like if somebody handcuffed me and stuff, and you know, that would be the first thing.
And I would drop the sandwich or threw the sandwich at him.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would have dropped it in the struggle.
Okay. So the thing of it is that the Chicago police have always been like racist, doing things that they shouldn't be doing, just deceptive, bad, just bad. So Jussie's on there talking, and he says what happened. He went, he got followed. You had to watch it because I didn't write anything down. I'm just telling you what I saw. And he was attacked. He come back in. His manager, friend, somebody, I don't know who it was, called the police. The police comes in with a bodyguard. He's standing there in his living room, which is really nice. He's standing in his living room. He's still got the noose around his neck when the police gets there. So
I can understand. So I'm going to throw this out here, and I've not watched it because I'm terrible.
You didn't do your homework.
I didn't do my homework, but that's beside the point.
It's only like an hour and 45 minutes. It's not like a 6-part series.
Right. But I feel like two things. I would have more than likely took the noose off of my neck because, number one, that would smother me being in that type of situation. Could it be possible that he wanted to leave the noose on as evidence?
I don't know.
I mean, I can see both ways.
I mean, he says on there some, you know, he talks about it. But think about it is, what come to be was that he said that it was in the middle of a polar vortex, and his ski mask, the guys were wearing ski masks, and they were white. He could see their eyes, and they were saying racial slurs to him and calling him like the F word towards gay people. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But his personal trainer, they went and they followed these cars. They got pictures of him, of his personal trainer and all that. I don't know, like I said, you have to watch it. And they think that his personal trainer and his personal trainer's brother, who were also extras on Empire, were in the same location at the time that it happened, and that they did it. And they are on the documentary also, saying that Jussie hired them because he wanted to be somewhat of a martyr for the minority of people, for gay black men. And he wanted to be, a martyr for him. Like, he wanted to rise up in that kind of situation and, be like their person. He's been attacked, all this stuff. He wants them to look up to him.
So what I'm feeling is this was staged.
So that was the thing about it.
Okay.
Was it staged? Was it a staged hate crime?
Okay.
So Chicago says it was. They have a check where Jussie paid them $3,500, but Jussie says that no, I did not pay them to, attack me for $3,500. That was his payment for being my personal trainer.
Okay.
And he says that it was white guys. Chicago was like, no, And this whole time when this actually happened, I remember when this happened. I'm thinking that Jussie was guilty. I still think that he's kind of guilty, but it did put a little doubt in my head. The man went to prison for it. Like, he got on probation. Jussie went on probation and had to pull like 6 days, but they put him in there for like 180. Anyways, like I said, you need to go watch it. But the one thing that made me think, two things actually, that maybe he is telling the truth. There was 2 witnesses. There was a witness that was a black guy and a witness that was a white woman.
Okay.
That Jussie did not know at all. They went to the police and they said that they saw a white man standing in that location. Saw 2 white men standing in that location. They could see their face, like around here.
Yeah.
They could see their face. But the woman said she saw rope hanging out of the guy's backpack.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first thing that I think. Maybe the media, because the media is so distorted. They're so good at making you
write
think
what they want to write.
And then
If
you
whatever
believe it.
sells,
Then you believe
whatever
it.
sells,
and then you believe it.
Absolutely.
And then the next thing is, hold on, because I think I've lost my train of thought. Hold on. Oh, and the next thing is, the black guy that saw what had happened, like the eyewitness, he was in his. He was either working or he owned a laundromat there in Chicago. So they pull the feed from the laundromat, right?
Okay.
Because the guy, he runs out the door because he sees these guys running from the incident. Well, this lawyer shows that the time when the guy goes to the door, and you can see the time, there's 10 seconds erased from it.
oh no.
Where the video footage is the only video footage that it is so clear that you would be able to possibly see if it was white guys. And the reason I'm saying this is because his trainer and if I haven't already said this, his trainer and his trainer's brother, they're from Nigeria. They're really, really dark.
Yeah.
So you would be able to tell
Right.
in the camera. And there's 10 seconds missing. And the lawyer sent Chicago PD and said, hey, I need these 10 seconds. And they pretty much were like, no.
Sorry.
So I'm wondering that Jussie Smollett, when this happened, he lost his career and everything.
Well, of course, yeah.
He should have if he was
If
lying.
he did it.
Now
If
I
he
don't
did it.
know. Now I don't know. Because you have both points of view.
See, that's what I
Who do you
love
believe?
about this.
Who do you believe?
Constantly changing your mind.
I
about
wish you
stuff.
would have. I wish you would have watched it.
I'm bad.
I wish you would have watched it because now, like I said,
Now we can debate
I
it.
still think that like the circumstances, like if you've not watched it, you need to watch it. But if you've not, it's a lot. Like it's a lot of. Is there such thing as that much coincidence that they're
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, go on. Let's talk about Herb. Let's talk about Herb.
So last time we left you, we were talking about Herb Baumeister.
Yep.
He was married to Miss Julie. He had started a Save-A-Lot thrift store that was becoming very popular. They ended up opening more than one of these stores across the area. And the last time we left you, we were talking about the I-70 killer.
Also, we do not have a wine this week. We just put the cork back in what we had last week, that Pinot Noir.
Yes.
That Alta Luna, what we were drinking. Neither one of us had time to go get a wine this week.
No.
So we apologize. We are going to drink the rest of this, though. I don't care if you hate it or not. You're drinking it.
All right. So let's get started. Now, let's talk about a little bit more about the I-70 Strangler. Okay? So we talked about the I-70 killer and how those murders were carried out. So we know Herb met his victims while they were hitchhiking. All of the victims were later found naked or partially clothed near Interstate 70. And oftentimes they were dumped in rivers, streams, and ditches in the countryside. Now, each had been strangled to death. Though officially unsolved, law enforcement officially named Baumeister as a prime suspect in the case in April of 1999. Now, according to investigators, bodies related to the Strangler case stopped being found in 1991 after Herb purchased Fox Hollow Farm, which we'll later find he would use as his burial site for his...
No, it's burial, not burial.
His
burial.
Do you see my mouth? I still wanted to say bury.
I swear to God, listen, I shouldn't have said that. I take that back. I swear. I've been reading, and when the word bury comes up, in my mind, I say bury, and then I laugh. Like, you've ruined me.
That is beautiful.
You've ruined... Go ahead.
I can't wait till you say it in class.
Yeah, that will not happen. Burial site. Go ahead.
No, but this would be his burial site for his victims, and we'll come back about that later.
Mm-hmm.
On June 16th of 1980, the body of 15-year-old male prostitute Michael Sean Petrie
Isn't that the saddest thing?
was discovered naked in Hamilton County, Indiana.
Isn't that the saddest thing? Like,
15. That's my child's age.
yeah.
That's devastating.
And out being a male prostitute, too.
Yeah.
Like, like, where are your parents at? Where are you?
Yep.
Where are you?
And
are
we'll
you
find
are you
out.
on such are you parents? Are you so enthralled in your own life and everything that you do that you don't take care of your kids? Like,
And you'll see this whole story is tragic. These victims and their lives were tragic. In a lot of cases, especially with these younger ones, they were on their own. So they had to do what they had to do.
it's terrible.
It is awful. So Petrie was slim. He was built with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was the baby of the family. Petrie, who spent most of his time around Indianapolis's gay bars, he was reported missing on June 7th, but was observed 3 days later in different parts of the city, riding along in a stranger's car. The cause of death was established as strangulation. No, there were no traces of any type of drugs or alcohol that was found in his blood. On July 21st of 1982, the topless corpse of 22-year-old Maurice Allen Taylor was found in Hamilton County's Weasel Creek. And we say Weasel, it could be Wessel.
I'm pretty sure it's Weasel.
But I'm saying it could be Wessel.
Mm-hmm.
While his cause of death was not sufficiently established, law enforcement suspected that he had been strangled. Now, Taylor was a vagrant who lived in the boiler room of an Indianapolis apartment complex, and he offered sexual services around the gay bars. While he was deemed to be a little slow, he worked, and anything he earned went to pay for his mother's care, who was also struggling with mental illness. His mother's caretaker had bought Maurice a pair of brand new shoes, and he went to sell those to obtain money to help pay for his mother's care. On October 3rd, 1982, 14-year-old Delvoyd Lee Baker, who would be his youngest victim, was found semi-nude near a river in Hamilton County. Abandoned by his family at a very young age, he was a sweet but very troubled young boy. While investigating his death, authorities located witnesses who stated that Baker was last seen on the evening of October 2nd in downtown Indianapolis, climbing into a blue van driven by a young white man with a bushy mustache. Now, Baker's adoptive parents told police that he had been riding his bike to the city on the night of his disappearance, from where he called home at around 10:30 p.m. to inform them that he was going to be late because he wanted to go to the movies. Mm-hmm. It was later established that Baker had been cruising the gay bars for the last 3 months and he had been a victim of child sexual abuse. On May 28, 1983, 22-year-old Michael Andrew Mick Riley disappeared after visiting the Vogue Theater, which was an Indianapolis nightclub. Now, Riley was known as a ladies' man, and he would always dress up for school, and he always smelled of good aftershave. He was last seen with an unidentified man with whom he later left with. Now, in February of 1998, an Indianapolis resident contacted police and claimed that Baumeister was the last man to be seen with Riley. Riley's nude body was later found in a ditch in Hancock County, southeast of Greenfield, on June 5th. The autopsy determined that he had been strangled, with the perpetrator likely using a towel. On May 7th, 1985, 17-year-old Eric Allen Roediger vanished. His shirtless body was found a few days later near a stream in rural Preble County, Ohio, east of Lewisburg. According to his parents, Roediger was planning to attend interviews for a summer job on the day of his disappearance, but he didn't make it to any of those interviews. His friends and relatives denied that he was gay, but later research indicated that he had had many acquaintances who were drug addicts and traffickers.
Okay, two things.
Yep.
You said who, where. It's were. Who were, not where.
Who were.
Yeah, who were.
Who were.
I don't understand your English language anymore.
It is what it is.
Two things.
Two things.
They denied that he was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they deny that, especially if something like that could help them
Find
him? Like, you know, like maybe there was a gay bar or something that he was frequenting. Like, why wouldn't they?
The shame that they would have felt back in 1985, you would think it wouldn't matter.
I wouldn't think that it would matter. Listen, my kid, I wouldn't think that it would matter. If I would tell every single thing about me, my husband, my kids, whatever, to
it's
get
just
them
a different
home.
time. It's a totally different
time. I know.
time.
I just can't.
Yeah, they denied it. So
It just bothers me that they're like, no, he's not. But what if he?
what if he was? You may have found it faster.
You may have found him faster.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Ugh.
So witnesses had claimed that they had seen him at a bus stop in the early morning of March 7th, where he accepted a ride from a passing car. When found, he had an apparent burn mark on his left shoulder, and he had been strangled with a rope. On August 15th, 1986, the body of 29-year-old... Oh, I just read that one. Hold on. I may have just... My bad. Hold on. Did
We're
I do...
holding.
No, this is a different Michael. My bad.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Sorry. I thought I repeated victims.
Pete and repeat.
Pete and repeat. Yep. The body of 29-year-old Michael Allen Mike Glenn, clad only in his underwear, was found in a ditch near Eaton, Ohio. This would be the strangler's sixth victim.
Are you talking about Herb right now?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
he. Okay.
Well, we're talking about the
Well, you just called him.
I-70
Okay, you call I-70 Strangler.
strangler.
So is Herb the I-70 Strangler?
just settle
Well, you
down.
said the Strangler, and I got confused. I didn't know. Okay.
Just
Okay.
hang on.
I thought you were going to just strangle Tot.
This would be his sixth victim. 3 joggers stumbled upon his body. He was a small man standing at around 5'3". He lived separately from his parents in a trailer park located on the outskirts of Indianapolis, and he worked as a handyman. The exact date of his disappearance wasn't established. Strangulation marks, possibly from a rope, were found on his neck. He was identified 3 years after his discovery with the help of fingerprinting. October 15th, 1987, at around 10 p.m., 21-year-old James Boyd Robbins Jr. went missing shortly after leaving his mother's home in Indianapolis and walking to the southern part of the city. 2 days later, on October 17th, his naked corpse was found in a ditch in Shelby County, south of Gwenville, by a group of teens. While investigating his murder, police located 2 witnesses who gave conflicting information. One had claimed that they had seen a red Jeep Wrangler Renegade near the crime scene, while the other one said that the car was a Chevy Blazer.
I thought it was blue. Somebody said they saw a blue car.
On August 12th, 1989, the body of 26-year-old Stephen Lynn Elliott, clad in his underwear, was found in Preble County, Ohio. He had been strangled, presumably with a rope. He had been rejected since the day he was born. His mother had hoped for a beautiful baby girl, and he's what she got. That's awful.
Probably a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah. She resented him from the very beginning. Elliott's father...
I will say, especially doing the job that I do, not all of them, most of the parents that I work with are wonderful. Mm-hmm. They really are.
Yeah.
You know, you hear teachers complaining all the time, the parents. That is not my experience. It's just not. But you do not teach as long as I do and not see some parents, and you just would absolutely want to take the top of their heads off.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
But like I said, most of them are wonderful, but some of them, you just, it's sad.
I don't know how you bite your tongue. Like, I could not be a teacher because there's just, the Dunlow in me would come right out.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, sometimes you don't bite your tongue. Sometimes you have to play your cards. You have to play your cards correctly.
Yeah.
Without saying anything more. Like, there's a lot of things. I don't talk about teaching a whole lot, but I'm just saying there's sometimes you see, like, I have had some really bad experiences that you just call professionals.
Yeah. Call the right people.
You just call the right people.
Call the right people.
Yeah, because...
Yeah.
And hope that it's...
Because as a teacher, you do more than teach. You also help protect these kids.
Yeah, sure. And truthfully, the majority of them don't need protecting by me.
Right.
I mean, they do, like, maybe in class with a bully or something.
Right.
If there's, like, a little turd in there that wants to, be
And if you're a bully, you need to stop.
But, like, for the most part, they don't need protecting.
Yeah.
But every now and then, you do get one that needs it. So when you say stuff like that, it really resonates with me because I've seen this kind of thing.
Yeah, you've seen it happen.
Not serial killer, murder, or whatever, but I'm telling you, a lot.
Yeah.
I just, we can't talk about it. We don't talk about it, but...
Yeah.
So if you're a teacher and you're listening, I understand. I just want you to know I understand. I know what you see. I know what you do, and I appreciate you.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
Teachers are. I realized during COVID, I was never so glad to get my kids back to school to their teachers.
Listen, I love my kids.
That was a doozy.
Love them. One of the first things that I tell my kids is all of them, in class, all of them, because I may be speaking to 4 or 5 of them. I may not be speaking to any of them. I may be speaking to all of them. I don't know, but I want them to know. I always say the very first day, listen to me. If there's ever anything that you need, come to me.
Right.
Tell me. I will make sure that you have it.
Yeah.
And then nobody else will know that I got it for you, whether it's deodorant, shampoo, food, washcloth. When
Whatever.
you were in specials, I will put it in your book bag, and no one except me and you will ever know that I provided those things for you. It's not an embarrassing thing.
Nope.
We've all been there.
Yep.
When you need help, and if you need help with anything, come to me, because we may have just met, but I promise you, you feel my heart. You feel my heart.
Absolutely. And that's why you're a good teacher.
I just love them. And also, sometimes the kids that are abused are not the ones that you look at and think, oh, they're so poor. Some of the kids that you look at and you think, oh, they're so poor.
They've got all the nice things because
those poor kids sometimes have the best life and love you'll ever see. And some of those kids that come in with the Nike and all that stuff, it's pitiful.
Yeah, it is. Now, Elliott's father had told police that when his son came out as gay in 1979, he left the family household and became involved in prostitution and also developed an alcohol addiction.
Wasn't Elton John gay in the 70s?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it was just so...
Wasn't he out there?
Stigma back then. On August 14th of 1990, 32-year-old Clay Russell Boatman, a licensed practical nurse, disappeared after leaving his Richmond, Indiana apartment to visit Our Place, which was a local gay bar. His body, showing signs of strangulation, was later found in a ditch by a group of children near Eaton, Ohio. When interviewed, Boatman's family denied that he was homosexual. Boatman had even discussed the crimes with a friend and said that he had sort of been preparing for that to happen to him. He just had like a premonition. On September 6th of 1990, 18-year-old Thomas Ray Clevenger Jr. vanished without a trace. His semi-nude corpse was later found at an abandoned railroad track near Greenville, Ohio. Clevenger grew up in a poor neighborhood of Indianapolis, and his parents had split when he was 8. This was also around the time that he witnessed his younger sister get struck and killed by a car. Due to all of the trauma that he had already experienced, he was prone to severe outbursts and violent meltdowns. When he was 14, he even stabbed a school official. Shortly before his death, he engaged in prostitution near gay bars to earn money. This was a fact that was denied by his mother.
So, when I said Elton John was gay in the 70s, and then I was going to Google it, and I was like, you know what, I'll just call my gay expert, who's my oldest son, who's getting married in May, and I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about his happiness.
Absolutely,
you know,
as
like,
a good parent should be.
So, Kobe said that Elton John was gay in the 70s, but he was bi, and that a lot of times that gay people will come out as bi instead of saying that they're just gay. He said it was his canon event, and I don't know what that means. And he tried to explain it to me, but I was just like, okay. So, anyways, and then I told him, I was like, you can put that on your resume, Bab, as Watch for Deer's podcast gay expert. And he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, that's funny. Love you, Kobe. Thanks.
We love you so much, Kobe, and thank you for answering all my questions that I don't know anything about. And he doesn't get mad at me.
I know, and I love that, and that's the way it should be.
He never gets mad at me when I have a question.
It's not something that you or I understand.
Here's the thing, like that parent saying that, it really bothered me. Here's the thing. You love your kids.
Yes.
Love
Immensely.
your kids. Love your kids.
No matter what.
You don't have to do anything. Just love them.
Your love is not supposed to be conditional.
It's not conditional.
It's supposed to be unconditional.
It's an unconditional love. You love them. Just love your kids.
Yep.
They'll find their way in life. It's not your life to live.
Nope.
Love your children. God, I love him so much. I love my boy so much.
I love him. On August 6th of 1991, the body of 42-year-old Otto Gary Becker, who would be his oldest known victim, was found in a ditch next to a gravel road in Henry County, Indiana. While investigating his murder, police identified several witnesses who claimed to have seen Becker in a car with another male driving north on Interstate 465 near Indianapolis. The witnesses were taken to the police station and shown photographs of various criminals convicted of kidnapping and murder charges in the state, but none of them was matched to the alleged abductor. So these I-70s crimes, whether it was the Strangler or whatever we're going to call them, these ended shortly after Becker's death. They quit finding bodies along the interstate, right?
Okay.
So you would think you quit finding bodies, the killer stopped.
Right.
Or did they?
I mean, they either stopped or moved.
In May of 1988, Herb purchased Fox Hollow Farm, which was an 18-acre property built in 1978 off 156th Street in the Monon Trail in Westfield, Indiana.
Oh, he didn't stop killing. He stopped leaving them on the side of the road.
There you go.
Yeah, they're underneath his ground there.
Neighbors remember how professional and pleasant Herb was. He was a wonderful father, perhaps trying to make up for the lack of his own father. He was doting on the kids and... Sorry, I wanted to hit that.
Yeah, we have to check and see. We have to check our time.
I do a time just to try to make sure we're on point. He was a wonderful father. Again, we think this is probably because he was trying to make up for the lack of a father figure in his life. Now, he was always doting on the kids, and when his kids had their friends over, he would even go as far as to provide snacks, and he was really very accommodating. Could you imagine later finding out that your child went and had a play date at Herb's house.
No.
Hello, mind blow. Could you not?
I will tell you one thing
fathom
about us Appalachian women. We don't really let our kids go somewhere, and unless we know the people personally.
Oh yeah. If Zoe or Dylan won, they've many a times, and I even do this on boyfriend girlfriend. So I'm just saying, if your boy or girl want to date my girl or boy, just know you're getting checked up on.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
So,
and Emily just never went to a friend's house unless I actually knew their parents personally for a long time. It's not.
And if I don't know them directly on Facebook, because I have a lot of Facebook friends, I will find a friend in common, a friend that I trust.
Yes.
And I will PM and I will have a whole conversation about this person.
Absolutely. You know, because
until I'm satisfied or like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've told Emily several times, no, absolutely not.
I said they are more than welcome to come over to your house.
They can come to my house.
Yep.
They can come to my house is what they can do.
You got to do your pre-screening, parents. Especially nowadays.
When we say watch for deer, we mean watch for your babies.
Watch for your baby.
Watch yourself.
All your babies.
Watch your family.
Watch your baby.
Yeah.
Julie, on the other hand, was growing tired of Herb's collecting for the stores. So a lot of times, of course, he would go, we know, he drove up and down the interstate, stopping, thrifting, buying all of these items to bring back. What he couldn't fit in his stores, he would actually bring back to the house, and their house was just stuffed full of all of this merchandise. So she was really like getting sick of the mounds and mounds of items that he was stashing in their home. Because here she is, she's got a really nice home, and he's piling junk up in every corner. She was getting pissed.
He needed a man cave.
Now, no one knew that Herb was an avid cocaine user.
Well, okay, let's just jump from one extreme to the next.
He was introduced to this drug back when he was frequenting the gay bars. It gave him a confidence that he had lacked his entire life. And of course, now being a wealthy man, he can totally indulge. During the summers, Julie and the kids would go stay at Herb's mother's lake house. This gave him the perfect time to bring his dark side into his home.
I keep thinking 6 times. 6 times. Did you mention that on the first one? If you're just listening now,
I did mention it.
And by any chance that you didn't listen to the first one, and you're listening to this one now, and
you should go back and listen to part one,
because they only did it 6 times. They have 3 kids
25 years.
In 25 years, they only did it 6 times. So go ahead. That's just mind-boggling.
It is. It truly is. And she couldn't figure it out either. Like, she was
like, I don't know what's happening.
She's like, I don't know. And of course, I'm sure she felt disgusted at herself, because it's like, she doesn't realize he's gay. She just thinks that he is not into her.
Right.
How hurtful. It's so hurtful. Like, I can't even imagine
I want you to go on, because I can't wait to find out what happened to his wife, because apparently she's just oblivious to everything.
She is. She's oblivious. She has no clue.
Yeah.
This gave him the perfect time to bring his toys back to his home. Now, to create a new persona and jump back into the routine of frequenting the gay bars. His new persona, his name was Brian Smart.
Brian Smart.
This was his other personality, the one who he truly was. This was his real self.
You think this is Tom and George combined?
Could be.
Again, to understand
Tom,
that,
George, making a Brian.
you have to go back and listen to the first episode.
Go listen to one.
Go ahead.
Now that he created Brian, he did not have to hide his real self from anyone. One night while at the bar, Brian notices a man, 31-year-old Jeff Jones, who was feeling the change that comes with being middle-aged. I can guarantee you that these men ain't going through no change that's worse than a woman.
No.
I'm just here to tell you.
Not to, say that you're not going through something, you're midlife crisis and you need a red car or a new Harley or something. We're not saying that, but you're also not sweating down your crack and having the
Yeah.
hot flashes, and you can't
Didn't have
get
to
cool.
put up periods back in the day.
Yeah.
Like you all think you got. Ugh,
Yeah.
I don't. That's another podcast.
Yeah, and then your anxiety's through the roof, and you have heart palpitations and sweats going
Yeah.
everywhere and crevices they shouldn't.
And you don't
be.
know what's wrong with you. You got to go
Yeah.
check out Lisa at Enlightened Weight and Wellness in Barboursville, West Virginia.
I'm not saying you
go
don't
see her.
have that, but
Get your levels checked.
Yeah.
You may not actually be crazy. Could just be your hormones.
I'm on 4 different pills a day, but you go buy your red car and fix what's wrong with
Yeah,
you.
go fix it because a red car ain't fixing jack.
Nothing.
for us. So just the lack of interest in him, the odd choices of dance music at that time, just the difference between generations. Keep in that this guy's 31, so he's a little on the older side. Now, he was in that generational gap between the cool music and the music being that's god awful. What's them kids listening to? Mm-hmm. But his heart fluttered when he notices a man, Brian, eyeing him from a distance.
Got the flutter.
Brian, or Herb, makes his way to Jeff and offers to buy him a drink. They spend the rest of the night chatting away and having a good time in the corner of the bar. Late into the early morning, Brian suggests that the night is young and he lives just down the way.
Oh, Brian, don't do it.
Jeff agrees.
Oh.
And Brian...
Jeff agrees.
to go with Brian.
Okay.
Jeff agrees, and Brian drives them back to Herb's home. Again, his family's gone at the lake house. They arrive, and both were high on cocaine when Brian, or Herb, backs him into a dark room. Jeff sees what he thinks is a silhouette of people in the room, and he starts to freak out.
What?
He had heard of hate groups luring gay men back to beat them or worse. Herb starts laughing and pushes Jeff back, and he lands in the pool. And he's gulping, and he's taking in water. Now, once Jeff swims over to the stairs, he catches his breath, and he starts to laugh. Herb leans over on his chest. You're laying on the pool. Mm-hmm. Lay with your chest, you're putting your hands over the water like you're bending over a pool, like an angler on a pool.
Okay.
Your chest is on it,
Yep.
arms in the water.
Yep.
Okay. So he's leaning down to Jeff, and Jeff is just in the water at this point, and he's floating, and it's kind of an intimate moment. They're talking. And Herb says, "You want to see something real funny?" Oh. And he shoves Jeff below the water. Herb holds him there until he stops moving. Once he's sure Jeff is dead, he hauls the body out of the pool, undressed him, and violently assaulted him throughout the rest of the late night into the early morning. Herb saved Jeff's clothes and washes them to resell at his thrift store. The next morning, after he was utterly exhausted from his excursion, he hauled the body back out to he made a brush pile and set it afire while mourning. He was mourning. He was so upset and crying as he watched the body go up in flames because he didn't have time to do everything he wanted to try. But no worries. He can hunt by desire now and not opportunity. His next victim would be a man named Alan. He would pick him up outside of Brothers, which was a gay bar that was always hopping. Herb was sitting in his car when he sees the love-struck Alan walking up the sidewalk, grinning like a fool.
I feel like that's kind of a gross name for a gay bar, Brothers.
Brothers.
I mean, that is kind of gross.
I don't know.
It's gross. That's gross. That's a gross name for a gay bar.
He yells at him, and he gets Alan's attention. And before long, Brian persuades him to hop in the car for a quick fix. And, hey, you come in the car, I'll get you a little bump, and you can take some back to your boyfriend after. Alan agrees and jumps into the passenger side. And before he knew anything, the door's locked, and he fled the scene. Alan instantly freaks out, but Herb doesn't relent. By now, the blow had hit him so hard and he was dizzy and just out of sorts. Now, the next thing Alan knows, he's in a driveway and he's freaking out. He jumps out of the car to run. But Herb was quicker. He lands on top of Alan, slides a leather belt around his neck, and strangles him in the driveway. He then throws him in the back seat and pulls on up into the drive. He unloads him, and he's devastated that this did not go as planned. This is not what he had planned. This was not his fantasy. So, what his fantasy was he had planned on videoing him assaulting the boy and strangling him to death so he could watch it later. Once he was done, he disposes of the body just like he did with Jeff and assures himself that it's okay. All of this is practice. He's trying to perfect his routine. He will get it right.
I don't understand how I know the wife is not there. I get it. I know the wife is not there. What I don't understand is how you can be married to such an evil person
and not know
it.
Yeah, it happens all the time apparently.
Does it? Or they're just not. They just don't say anything. There has to be. Are we that oblivious?
I think maybe deep down she knows something's up. I couldn't imagine not.
But she was
like, do I really want to?
The first red flag is just 6 times of the nookie.
Of the nookie. Yeah, 6 times in 25 years. Like, she would have had to have thought something was going on. But here again, she wasn't where she was helping with the thrift stores and stuff. But was she willing to give up this beautiful house and this beautiful life? Or was it easier for her to just turn her head?
Well, I guess.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Roger Goodlett had seen Brian around a few times. Brian chats him up and they drink on Brian's tab. Roger had never met a man so confident in himself. This guy seemed to have everything. The whole experience was just absolutely intoxicating to him. He was funny, he wasn't bad looking, and it seemed like he had all of the answers. Eventually, Brian asks to leave with Roger, and they get up and they drive out of town. Brian, or Herb, asked to leave with Roger. Okay, sorry, I just read that. Herb takes his time driving home. After all, it's still daylight by the time they left the club.
Mm-hmm.
So he leads Roger into the indoor pool. Nothing but the soft blue flickers of the light from underwater. Mannequins standing, gazing all around. So that, now you know what Jeff had seen when he looked up.
They were mannequins.
He was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
He seen mannequins.
They were mannequins.
Mm-hmm. Roger told Herb that it was really weird. And he asked Roger if he'd ever heard of autoerotic asphyxiation. Roger tells him he's not really into anything really wild. It's too late for him, though. Herb glances up in the dark and sees the tiny red dot shining and knows it's showtime.
It is showtime.
He slips a hose around Roger's throat.
That's crazy.
Until he stops moving. Then he walks upstairs and he makes himself a drink, leaving the body to cool. After 10 to 20 minutes, he comes back down and he starts to play with his prize. The next morning, he hauls the body down to the pile and lights it on fire. His family would be home soon. In 1994, Herb's son Eric had been outside playing in the family's wooded backyard when he stumbles upon a complete, partially buried human skeleton. He was so excited, he ran back to show his mother.
The kid?
The skull.
The kid was excited?
Yes.
How old is the kid?
I think he's like 8. He found a skull in his backyard. And he picks up this skull and he runs and takes it to his mama. Your kids find treasures. You remember them being little. Look,
I mean,
look
at
what
8 years
found.
old. I mean, I was thinking he would be a teenager then, and I was like, oh my Lord.
No, look what I found. Look
and
what
here's
I
the
found.
thing: at 1994, he's 8 years old.
His son, yeah.
Oh, he's still round.
His son, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Julie was, of course, mortified.
But was she?
But Herb explained to his family that
Herb. You're saying Herb.
Did I say it again?
Saying
I'm
herb.
sorry. Like
He's not a seasoning.
Like a seasoning, or is he?
No.
He's spicy.
Well, he's something. It's not spicy.
He's spicy.
What a spicy.
He's spicy.
Oh.
Yeah. But he kind of explains it away because, remember, his dad was an anesthesiologist, and he said that it was just one of his old dad's, skeletons from school or work or whatever. Now, again, he claimed that it was in the garage. He went and he was going to bury it in the backyard, whatever. That didn't settle right with her, but she was so used to Herb's eccentric behavior that she just let it go. Alan,
Let it go. Let it go.
turn your head and don't look no more.
Hold him back anymore.
So Alan Broussard's mother had approached a private detective named Virgil Vandegrift in June of 1994. He was well acquainted with missing adult cases, and he soon realized that Alan wasn't the only gay man to have disappeared in the area. So finally, we have a parent who gives a shit. And she wasn't getting any help, obviously, from Chicago PD. They weren't assisting because, again, back in the time, you got prostitutes, your gay men, gay women. All of that was the lesser than. So when reports come out that these people were missing, it wasn't a priority.
Right.
It's just not a priority.
Well,
it's like, okay, you got rid of the trash. What do you want us to do about it? That was their mentality on it.
Is it still sometimes?
Sometimes it's still their mentality
Is
on
it?
it.
I don't know.
I feel like it is. I feel like in certain areas it is.
With the Jussie thing, and I don't know what happened there. Like, I'm just wondering.
Just wondering. Now, not only that, but they also had a multitude of similarities. Once he saw that paper reporting on the disappearance of Jeff Jones, now remember, Jeff is the one that he pushed underwater, one of his first ones that he brought back to his home. Mm-hmm. He believed that Indianapolis had a serial killer on its hands.
Because it does.
When Roger Goodlett went missing, his mother reported him missing.
Good for her.
Vandegrift opened an investigation, and he began questioning those who frequented the gay bars. Why were we not doing this all along? Number one, because 90% of the parents were like, my kid ain't gay.
Yeah.
My kid ain't gay.
Yeah.
This could have prevented so many deaths if they would have just accepted the fact that their kid was gay. They could have been on his trail a hell of a lot sooner.
Could have been at the gay bars.
Like, come on. So, Goodlett's good friend, Tony Harris, would be a key element to finding out what happened to this friend. Now, this is a friend. This is a friend. Okay? Get yourself a friend like Tony, because he is a good one.
Everybody needs a Tony.
Now, one night while at a local bar, Harris notices an unfamiliar man sitting at the bar, and he's staring blankly at a missing poster of Roger Goodlett, who is his friend. So they put up the missing poster of Roger. Mm-hmm. Tony's sitting across the bar, and he sees this guy sitting at the bar with his drink, and he's just staring at that missing poster.
Okay.
Intently.
Okay.
Now, Harris was adamant in trying to find all he could to help lead authorities to his friend's killer. Well, guess what?
What?
It wasn't long until Brian Smart and Tony Harris were flirting.
Oh.
And leaving from the bar and headed to a house that Herb was house sitting. So he takes him back to his house, and Herb tries the asphyxiation thing on Tony, right? Well, Tony passes out, or pretends to pass out. And long story short, he escapes. He gets away. And he ends up explaining to the cops about Herb's house and what happened. And of course, again, they're still not wanting to believe him. Mm-hmm. So what Tony does, Tony goes back to the bar, because while he was trying to escape, he just tells Herb he's not into the asphyxiation. And he kind of freaks out, and they kind of talk, and he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, you know what? I had a great time. Let's come back. Let's do this again. So Tony goes back to the bar, and he keeps Brian, Smart / Herb, distracted while one of his other friends goes outside and pulls the license plate off of the vehicle that he was driving and takes down the plate number. It would still take a while for authorities to obtain a warrant. In the meantime, Herb's life was in a tailspin. Now lying low, he was insufferable with Julie and the kids. He had retreated to alcoholism, and his chain of stores started to lose profits. It wouldn't be long before the Children's Bureau would be pulling all of the funding. Now Vandergriff, who was our detective, he had started working with another detective, Mary Wilson, and she went to visit Herb. He denied everything, and he was super standoffish, which she then proceeded to tell him that being so standoffish makes you look guilty.
Yeah.
Like, come talk to it. And he just wouldn't. He just wouldn't budge. So he denied letting her search his home, and he told her she'd have to get a warrant. After she leaves, he picks up the phone, and he calls Julie, who's now back at home. And he says, Jewel, don't talk to anybody.
Where's she? Hold on, back at home, like she wasn't at the 18 acres?
No.
Where's
she
she at?
Well, she was back at Fox Hollow Farm, which is the 18 acres.
Well, where's he at?
He was at work.
Oh, okay.
He was at work.
Okay.
The cop comes to see.
Okay.
He's like, I'm not letting you search my home.
Okay.
She leaves. He calls her.
Okay.
Do not let these people in my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Julie, let these people in your house.
Julie.
Julie.
But here's the catch. He tells Julie that she shouldn't talk to the cops because they thought that he had resold stolen goods because of the thrift store.
Yeah.
Right on cue, Mary Wilson knocks on Julie's door, and the dutiful housewife answered the door and declined to let her in.
Julie.
She said they didn't have any stolen property. Well, Wilson says, okay. She drops a bomb on her and tells her that, well, this isn't really about stolen property. It's about several murders that they think your husband committed.
So what Julie
She
say?
leaves her card with Julie.
Oh.
And she leaves. It wouldn't be long before Julie would grow tired of all his bullshit.
But did she not remember the skull?
She tells Herb to leave and go to his mother's lake house. He does, but he takes his young son Eric with him.
No, Julie, don't let him.
This infuriates Julie. So you know what she does?
She calls the cops.
She calls Wilson.
Yeah, she does.
She calls Miss Mary.
Yeah, she does. Go
The
get
cops
my baby back.
go get Eric and brings him back to Julie. Now keep in mind, they still don't have any hard evidence to arrest him yet. On June 24th of 1996, investigators recovered human bone fragments belonging to at least 11 people buried in the woods at Fox Hollow Farm.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
So-
Let's go back. I have a question. With the skull, the human skull, what did they do with that?
She showed Herb the skull, and he was like, "Oh, that's my dad's," and disposed of it.
What do you mean disposed of it though?
He
Like,
disposed of it,
okay.
whatever that entailed. But after she got Eric back,
Yeah.
she told the authorities about that incident, about her son bringing in the human skull.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so
Smart,
that's
smart.
why they get a search warrant and they start digging at Fox Hollow Farm.
I mean, shouldn't she have called the law anyways over just 6 times?
I feel like that's enough to put you in prison for life.
I mean, just 6 times.
Just 6.
Just 6 times? I mean, I feel like that's a 911 call in the waiting.
This story's going to piss you off, but anywho, with
Oh.
just with a warrant out for his arrest, Herb fled to Ontario, where he committed suicide at Pinery Provincial Park
No,
on Lake
Elisa.
Huron by shooting himself in the head with a .357 Magnum handgun. Herb left a 3-page suicide note written on yellow notebook paper. He regretted messing up the park, and he wrote that he felt badly about his broken marriage and failing business, but not one time did he mention the remains of his victims or admit to any crime. Herb described items on his trip, including his intention to kill himself in a different place, but seeing children there, he changed his mind. His final
he grew a conscience.
He's such a great guy. His final meal was a peanut butter sandwich.
Good for him. And I hope he friggin' hated peanut butter.
I hope he was allergic.
I hope he was allergic to peanut butter.
I hope he was allergic. A new search just as recent as December 4th of 2022 found one bone and identified 20 additional locations where more bones could be buried.
Buried.
Whatever. Only 10 victims whose killings were directly linked to Herb have been identified since this initial discovery. 3 additional remains are still unidentified, although they are all believed to be male and having been victims of homicide. The Hamilton County Coroner's Office have appealed to the public requesting anyone with missing family members from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s in the Indianapolis area to please, please, please complete a DNA test to help identify the victims' remains. As of January of 2024, forensic experts continue working in an effort to identify nearly 10,000 portions of human remains recovered from an unknown number of victims at Fox Hollow Farm. Johnny Lee Bayer, age 20, went missing on May 28th of 1993. Jeffrey Allen Jeff Jones, 31, went missing on July 6, 1993. Richard Douglas Hamilton, age 20, went missing July 31st, 1993. Alan Lee Livingston, age 27, went missing August 6, 1993. Now, his remains were recovered in the initial search on the farm in 96.
I just did the math, looked it up. There is 206 bones in the human body. If you divide 206 by 10,000, you're going to get about 50. About 50.
I would say that's accurate.
50 people.
Mm-hmm.
He killed 50 people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, in recent years, the Hamilton County Coroner has initiated efforts to identify more of his victims using this advanced DNA technology. Coroner Jellison has been actively encouraging families to please, please, please submit DNA samples so they may identify these remains. That is the story of Fox Hollow Farm.
I was doing some looking up just for conversation today before you got here, and I was reading in the 70s there was about 300 active serial killers in the United States. About how many do you think there are right now?
Oh my gosh. I would say, so you said 300 then. I mean, it's way less now because of technology. I would say 300. I would say 5 to 10.
Well, they actually, like back in the 2000s right now, they believe maybe 50. They believe maybe 50. And like the odds of you getting killed by a serial killer is like 0.0006 with the population.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but with technology, DNA, everything like that, the minds of people have not changed.
No.
They're still wicked.
The technology of them getting caught.
The technology has changed to where they kill 1 or 2 and then they get caught.
And then they're busted.
Before they can kill, like Herb did, 50 people.
Yeah. They're not really sure to this day. This is just an estimate. They do not know how many victims he killed. And they probably won't ever know. Because again, you had the I-70 killer who was killing these victims and it was also some female victims during that. That was one male. They really wanted to contribute that to him, but all of that evidence was circumstantial. They can't tie it to him.
And we've talked about this before on the podcast. Like, a lot of times serial killers, they target prostitutes, drug addicts.
Oh, yeah.
Wayward young adults
they call them lesser thans.
or wayward kids, like upper teenagers,
Yep.
Runaways.
They're less likely to be missed.
But the missing people, hold on one second. Let's see how many.
While you're Googling that,
It's just a quick
I'm just going
Google.
to go over my sources. I use Wiki. I use the You Think You Know Me, The True Story of Herb Baumeister and the Horror at Fox Hollow Farm. That was by Ryan Green. I used ABC.com. I used that. And there was another book I used too, but I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to find it. And I don't remember because I don't remember the name of the book.
Each year, guess how many people do you think are reported missing each year? Now, this is just reported missing. This does not mean that they stay missing. This is,
I would say it's a staggering amount of numbers.
just give me a number.
I'm going to say in the U.S., 20,000.
600,000.
Holy shit.
600,000 people in the United States are
Wow.
reported missing every year.
That's a
600,000.
lot.
Now, they get found. Some
Yeah,
of them are. Some
yeah.
of them get found.
Some of them are running
Right.
from crappy situations.
But sometimes they don't. Not all those 600,000 people come home.
That's awful.
Here's another thing. How many people do you think go missing? That's just the people who are reported.
Right. And who aren't reported.
Who's not reported?
Right.
Who's not
The
reporting them?
homeless and like
The
I
drug
said,
addict parents whose teenager ran off because they can't stand it anymore, and they don't report him
just
missing,
gone,
and
yeah.
So
There's no way to figure it out.
So when we tell you all to watch for deer, we mean it. We don't just mean deer. When you're driving, absolutely watch for deer.
Watch for deer.
They're everywhere
Watch
here
for deer.
in the Appalachian area in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, but Pennsylvania, and,
Yeah.
but Virginia.
all them places. They
all
got
them
deer out
places.
west too.
Yeah. But
You got to watch for deer.
We want you to watch for deer out west too, but really here in the Appalachian Mountains.
watch
Texas has more deer than any other state. Texas also has a bigger
Texas.
landmass.
Watch for deer.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys have a story, like a listener tale that you want to send us, make sure you email us at watchfordeerpodcast@gmail.com.
I want to tell them that we weren't just saying watch for deer, though. We're watching for the spooky people and the creepy people. And if you
And the
get
serial
that
killers.
and you get that bad feeling and you're like, ooh,
Trust your gut.
think, oh, Samantha and Lisa told me about this.
Watch for deer.
Watch for deer. Walk away.
That it means so much.
Walk
it
away.
means so much.
So go ahead. Email
Because
us.
we love you.
Email us.
Email us. Go follow the socials at Watch for Deer Podcast. And be sure to follow and rate us on whatever platform you use. Find us on Spotify. Rate us there. You can find us anywhere.
You can find us anywhere.
You can find us anywhere. But y'all be safe and watch for deer.